All these categories across the top are the categories of the church of what it means to create disciples. So literally what you do is, let's use Knights of Columbus, right? Because it came up. Where would you put the Knights on this? So advocacy is raising needs on behalf of other people. Catechesis is education. Community life is pretty obvious. Evangelization is not what do we need to do to get people to come to us, but what do we need to do to go to them, right? Social justice, actually charity and social justice. I just use social justice because it doesn't all fit in. Most parishes do a really good job of the charity side, clothing drives, food drives. Leadership development, pastoral care, prayer and worship. Where would the Knights of Columbus fit?
I would say most likely social justice.
Yep. So it is a male fraternal service organization by definition, right? Yeah, for men, right? So it can only go in one column. Now, it could be more age groups, obviously. But in your chapter, who's actually coming to your Knights of Columbus? Like what? Are they actives? Are they moderates? Are they uninvolved? Let's start there. They're all actives. What age group? And here's how I always work with parishes. If you have one random token 35-year-old, I don't count that as being in that. Like, who's your group that's in the Knights? 60 and over. Do you have at least a bunch that might be in their 40s and 50s? Okay, so let's go down. So maybe down to here, the 30, 35, would you say? And then all three of these groups? Would that be an honest reflection of who's in your group?
Absolutely.
So then we'd come over and we'd put Knights of Columbus, Knights of Columbus, Knights of Columbus. And then we'd move on to the next. Give me another real ministry at your parish, like something that really goes on at your parish. Give me another one. Holy Name Society. Okay, and so we'd come over here, we'd put Holy Name Society down, right? Women's Bible study, the parish picnic. Do you all have a parish picnic or parish festival or whatever you call it? Where would you put that? Community life. Is it actives, moderates, or uninvolved who are coming to a parish picnic? Actives. Although, now some parishes, just so you know, do tend to get those part-time people that show up. So it's important not just to assume that it's only the actives. So you may put that under community life, and depending upon what you do at your picnic, if it's just a meal, maybe older people, but if you have like games and all that stuff, then you may put picnic all the way through all the age groups for both of those categories. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, and you literally do this for everyone, and this is kind of what it could look like. You literally map out your parish. This is, by the way, a real parish. This is a real parish that I've worked with. Lots of stuff are going on up here. Most of these are all repetitive. Holiday potlucks, food pantries. It's not like these are different things, right? These are pastoral, home care, bereavement ministries, whatnot, right, for the elderly. Where is the majority of your parish? Which grouping? Registered. Are here, right? Statistically speaking. So outside of the sacramental preps and food pantry, which I always think is funny, here's the other thing. This was a real parish. And I let parishes fill this in. I guide them, but food pantries, apparently nobody who goes to church uses the food pantry. What I like to do, I actually recommend parishes color code it. In this column in particular, I would color code who are working it and who is being served. Just to understand even more, to get a whole nother layer of understanding. But it was the notion of, all the people who we serve don't go to church. Do you know that? Most parishes actually don't. And do you assume that everybody who comes doesn't need help? Because that'd be a dangerous thing to assume, wouldn't it? It was ironic to me. Here's the other thing. So this particular parish was thrilled. They were excited about their food pantry. It's brand new, and it was awesome. It really is actually awesome. It looks like a mini grocery store. And they built it themselves. They spent a couple $1 million. They built it because they're a social justice parish. And I said, it's gorgeous. They even have a little room on the side like a daycare, so that the parents come in, they fill in, and then they get a little bag and it's, 6 cans of soup and potatoes and whatever. And the kids can be over playing. I was like, this is an operation. Tons of volunteers. It's the pride of the parish, and it should be. But here's where I just have to push them a little bit. And I said, this is awesome. This is their parish, by the way. And so I said, that's awesome. I said, so when they check out, the family checks out, I said, so I'm assuming you guys put a bulletin in that bag, don't you? Oh, no, but that'd be a good idea. Yeah. Do you put anything in there about mass times or sacraments, or set up a time to come meet with the pastor if you want to talk about something? Or some parishes, this one didn't, but some parishes do have access to a Catholic family counselor, which, by the way, I'd put on every staff if I had the opportunity. But nevertheless, no. God, that'd be a great idea. Yeah, it would, wouldn't it? And I said, when they come through and they come in the fall, I said, I'm assuming you guys just put a registration form in their bags for religious education with a complimentary tuition is paid for. Wow, we've never even thought about that. When you do your parish festival and you're doing your raffle so that you can win the $50,000 or the car, right? I'm sure that month everybody gets a complimentary ticket, right? No. I said, so are you just serving these people, or do you want them to be part of your community? You see the difference? Are we serving so that we feel good, or are we trying to change people's lives? See, that's a focus. That's where coaching comes into play, right? It's my job to kick a parish in the backside, to remember those things. Because 50 grand in a raffle, if one of them would win it, would be enormous, right? For some parishioners, it'd still be a good thing, but now it's just like extra money. For somebody who needs a food pantry, 50 grand stops them from going to the food pantry, right? We've broken the cycle, at least temporarily. Now we can reinvest and get them on their feet again. This is how you reframe parish life in the future. I don't know how this is going to work. I don't have any preconceived notions of what ministries you should or shouldn't be doing. What I know is you got to think about all the profiles of the people that we're trying to work with, and you got to structure your parish to meet their needs. When their needs become your needs become their needs, not the other way around. If you need something, if you have a question, call me. And even if I don't have the answer, I can connect you with somebody who might. Right? But this is what we do. But the reality is, as I said at the beginning, this is kind of what J.S. Paluch is trying to do. Not just be a publishing company, but how do we help parishes thrive? Not just exist. And there's a difference. You don't want to survive, you want to thrive.